Hello everyone, Sniping and Spawn back yet again for one more Smash Brothers discussion video live for you today that I'm recording via my PlayStation 4. And I'm hoping you can hear me quite well in this video, given that unlike most other games I've been playing on here, I don't know how, and nor do I think I can, customize the audio and lower it in this game. So I'm hoping my microphone reads you and picks up just perfectly. But this video is going to be yet another why do people want insert video game character here in Smash Brothers. And I've done this numerous times for both positive and negative reasons. Why I don't understand it, why I do understand it. All these popular, heavily requested characters in the Smash Brothers fandom of speculation. Waluigi, Gino, Minecraft Steve, Shadow the Hedgehog, Phoenix Wright, Rayman, Shantae, Doom Guy, numerous characters. Today's topic is going to be the tried and true. This is a very big debate, and a lot of people speculate, both positively and negatively, for and against this guy. Why do people want Sora from Kingdom Hearts in Smash Brothers? And due to the fact that you should obviously know, if you've watched my channel and paid attention to my Facebook plenty of times, I am an advocate for Sora to make it into Smash Brothers, so obviously I'm going to be more pros than cons. So like Shantae and like Phoenix Wright, I'm going to start off with the negatives, and to do that, I'm going to obviously be playing and talking at the same time, and I'm going to start fighting Tidus here on Destiny Island.
You're going down.
So, with that being said, let me start with the negatives. Negatives here, and people can say what they want are negatives for Sora. People can go about how he doesn't deserve it, it's not very Nintendo oriented, there's other Square characters to pick, like other things. People will be going on the Geno bandwagon for a million and one goddamn times. But, like, there's one reason, and one reason only, why we'll probably never see Sora in Smash Bros. Why it probably won't ever make sense, why people will not want him in. And it begins with a D and ends with a Y, and it starts the whole half of Square Enix Final Fantasy crossover in this game.
You think you can beat me?
And I just lost. And it's Disney. Disney's probably the only reason why it doesn't make sense, probably won't happen, and why most people probably, at least the ones that have, jumped bandwagon off of Sora, even though there's a lot of people that are still bandwagoning and hoping and praying and wishing for Sora in Smash Brothers.
You're going down. Come on.
And like, I say that as like there's other reasons, like people don't want him because he's not a sword user sometimes. People don't want him because they don't personally want the franchise represented or don't think it has enough in the Nintendo presence, even though it kind of does. But like I said, Disney's the one reason why it won't ever make sense. It probably won't ever happen, because apparently, according now, like there's higher ups at Disney that, I mean, I've heard different stories on it. I've heard some of them say yes, but I've heard another story where it's like higher ups of Disney don't want him in Smash Bros. They don't want to put him in Smash Bros.
Oh man, I'm really off today.
So the only negative that's really going against him ever making sense for Smash Bros. Is Disney itself. That is definitely the major reason, maybe about 90% of the reason. And the other one is like maybe like there's other characters from Square Enix that make more sense. People do heavily push for like Chrono or Geno, and someone like Lara Croft, which Eidos is owned by Square Enix now, so she fits right in that bill too, and she has as much of an appearance on Nintendo as like Sora does and whatnot. So it's like, in terms of Square Enix competition, we have the #1 popular franchise in terms in terms of Final Fantasy. It's the #2 franchise in Dragon Quest. It depends. Like, if Square Enix gets any more characters in Smash Brothers, it is a gamble on what they would want. I mean, I would consider Kingdom Hearts #3 on that list, so I'd say Sora makes the most sense to that, but then fans want Geno, and fans want Chrono, and fans want Lara Croft, and he has competition, and then, like, he doesn't have as big of a Nintendo appearance, even though it doesn't detract from characters getting in, because we have characters that have had less of a Nintendo appearance than Sora has, and less of an appearance that Kingdom Hearts has. and they've made it into Smash Bros. And people request them up the freaking wazoo. And Sakurai's put in some of them. And like other characters, competition from Square Enix and otherwise, not as much of a Nintendo presence. People don't want sword users anymore, even though there's not that many of them, people. And like that's mainly the reasons I would
Okay, don't hold back.
Would be like would say like he doesn't make sense, people don't want him, people aren't requesting him, so on and so forth. And why it doesn't make sense, people don't want him, the negatives for him, so on and so forth. And but now for the positives,
I can't believe I lost.
I'd say the positives in terms of like why people want him, why he's so heavily requested, why he's so popular and demanded for Smash Bros, and why he makes sense, is because as much as I said he doesn't have as much of a Nintendo presence, the series has quite a bit. Like the series is mostly a Sony thing, but at the same time, it's just as much of a Nintendo thing. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories was the original, like the second, before the second game, right after the first game, we had that secondary story of Chain of Memories, 358 over 2 days, recoded, DS games. That rhythm game is now coming to the Switch sometime, like next year? Dream Drop Distance on the 3DS, it has just as many Nintendo appearances as it's had Sony, and sure as hell a lot more in Microsoft. And like I said, I consider Kingdom Hearts to be the #3 most popular franchise from Square Enix. Why in the world would you then go, if there's another Square character for that matter? Final Fantasy #1 worldwide. #2 is Dragon Quest. It's the more popular than Final Fantasy in Japan, but it's really only majorly popular in Japan. It's growing worldwide. Final Fantasy is popular worldwide. #3 is Kingdom Hearts. If there is another Square Enix character, why would you pick Geno? Why would you pick Chrono? Why would you pick Lara Croft over Sora? I know that unless it's Disney really putting their foot down and being complete dicks about it, Sora should be the next Square character. He has the popularity, he has the moveset potential, like there's 1,000,001 games, he has Nintendo appearances, he's an iconic gaming character, he's one of the most iconic gaming characters to come, and from one of the most iconic gaming franchises to come from the 2000s. I can understand why people are pushing for him. It is a popular franchise. People love Kingdom Hearts. It's been around for 18 plus years now. People were waiting freaking forever for Kingdom Hearts 3, and hopefully if Sora ever made it into Smash Brothers, we'd be getting more Kingdom Hearts games on Nintendo. I'm surprised, like, the all-in-one package, the Story So Far collection, 1.5, 2.5, 2.8 are not on Switch yet. I am surprised they still haven't really tried to put Kingdom Hearts 3 on Switch. There's that rhythm game, but pushing Sora into Smash Bros. Can start giving us some freaking Kingdom Hearts collections on Nintendo. It's a good benefit for both of them. Business decision. We can start getting, maybe the next Kingdom Hearts game, maybe Kingdom Hearts 4 will be on Switch or the Nintendo's 10th gen system. Marketing reasons, putting them in there makes a lot of sense.
Show me your stuff.
And that's a fanboy reason to say that, but oh crap, I did that wrong. No walk up. But yeah, like I said, I think that's the reason. That is definitely.
This should help.
Like, is it more fanboyish to say that? Yes, but it's like characters getting too popular, people getting like representation or marketing or advertising or whatever, and like Sora would be a mix of both. Sora would be advertising and marketing because it could push the series more on Nintendo, popularity, connections to Nintendo, you know, so on and so forth. I think Sora makes sense, and I can see why he's so heavily requested, why he's one of the most popular requests in the world for Smash Brothers, alongside Waluigi, alongside Gino, alongside like Shadow the Hedgehog, Shantae, frickin' Phoenix Wright, like Lloyd Irving, like any Fire Emblem character, the new Pokemon, and you know, like Cinderace or Rillaboom or anything. You know, I can see why he's super heavily requested. And I agree with him. It's a choice just like Shantae, just like Phoenix Wright is a character I heavily advocate for. And I can see the positives outweighing the negatives. The only thing that hurt the negatives is that negative is one big frickin' negative, and it's the Disney company and their insistence on not having them in the frickin' series. Which I don't know why. I don't want money. They're frickin' greedy as hell anyway. Why the hell would they not want money? I don't know. But yeah, that's about it for Sora and Smash Brothers.
I win!
And yeah, put in the comment section what you guys think. Do you guys think Sora deserves to be in Smash Brothers? Do you agree or disagree with him being in Smash Brothers? And with that being said, I'm going to leave you with the save screen while I save the game. Hopefully you can hear me over this audio that I cannot adjust. And put in the comments what you guys think, and I'll see you all later. My name is One. Peace, please, subscribe if you want to. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you all later in the next Smash Bros. Discussion. Bye, everyone.